Now let's practically see it. We've talked about theoretically, how can we do that? Now let's practically see this. Politics, we talked about the crisis in Islam, the political crisis. We take the political systems of the world, dominant systems in the world today, electoral politics, view it from the lens of the Quran, analyze it, we'll see that it is a failed model. It's just a facade. This is just, just to control nations of the world and give them this idea that as if they are part of the political process, as if they have any say in the world. Because if it were a successful model, you wouldn't have the fact that how votes are bought, how corporations take over entire governments, entire resources of countries, entire, indigenous people are literally thrown off their land just because corporations are sign MOUs with governments. Because that's a failed model. And of course, but strictly from the lens of the Quran, sovereignty belongs to Allah alone. This idea that nation states or the United Nations is sovereign is very problematic. Economics, understanding the reality of riba. If we understand the economic system today just by means of the Quran, through the lens of the Quran, we're going to see that this is absolute riba. This is the shortest way to enslaving the whole world and calling it, an advanced economic system. This is just so problematic. And part of the reason why the Muslim world is in the situation today is because we are literally chained, economically chained. We can't do anything. Our governments are in debt. We don't even have, our currency value is so low that we can't even do anything with it. We can't engage in any sort of a project because we owe so much to the World Bank, and we are forced to owe so much to the World Bank. And there's so many people who ask this question: why can't we have science and technology in the Muslim world? Why can't we, Israel, the state of Israel is so technologically advanced, and why can't Muslim nations do that? But the answer is simple: you can't have science and technology in countries where you have perpetual war, and wars are fought just because we know that it is healthy for this sort of an economy on the arms, the military complexes, and which is connected to the banking sector. You can't have science and technology in a politically disturbed country, a nation, a community, and you certainly cannot have science and technology when your governments are shackled, chained to, because of their debt to the World Bank. Israel doesn't have that. They have a huge, budget. And science and technology.